This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with the acclaimed bassist, producer, composer, he does it all, the one and only NILS WESTDAL. But before we get to our interview, here's a sneak peek at his incredible talent. Well, hello, Nils. How are you?
I'm great. And how are you doing?
Good, thank you. So nice to finally meet you. And listen, I love it. You're a Renaissance man. You have your hand in everything, but it seems like at your foundation, first and foremost, the bass was it seems like that's your North Star. That was the first thing that you fell in love with music with. Is that right?
That not only was it just that, but it was also a good way of composing music, not just simply putting your hands on a piano, but taking that root note and going on from there.
Do you remember the first time you were ever given a bass?
I do. It was a long time ago. I'm going to say it was 1987.
Wow. And who was it given to by?
It was a present from my father in California.
Oh,
and I got it just around the time that Jaco Pastorius had died.
Wow.
He was the bassist for Weather Report and a lot of solo stuff. And I just remember, I think I got it within a week of him passing. And so I started really listening to a lot of him at that time, which was really challenging music to start off.
Well, it was almost like this passing of the baton you felt it was, you know what I mean? In that you are listening to his stuff, but now you get to make it your own. And that's what you've been doing ever since, it seems.
Yeah. At the same time, I was playing in, like punk rock bands where you're playing but doing the jazz and classical on the side, of course, as a teenager.
But the fact that you also had that jazz and classical as your foundation, I mean, that's the best foundation a musician can have, no?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, listen, Nils, you've gotten to collaborate with some really great big heavyweights in our industry. Are there any particular experiences that, I don't know, that stand out for you?
Well, I think when I was younger, I got to play in a house band with Captain Jack McDuff. And I was probably 21 years old. And he's a renowned organ player who is no longer with us. And he didn't even really use bass players because he had the bass line on his foot pedals, So it was a challenge to play with him and remain on stage. So yeah, just that time with him and growing and being a little bit scared, but just enough to keep me on stage, I think.
I love it. Well, look at, I mean, the nerves mean you care, but obviously you were meant to be there because, you've done the work. And speaking of the work, I mean, not only are you an amazing bassist, I want to know how and when you got into music production and sound design as well.
I would probably say the mid 90s. I started doing some easy kind of beat making. And actually, I don't know if you're familiar with Slug from Atmosphere, but look up Slug. I co-produced one of his first vocal pieces, actually, with another producer named Jason Heinrichs.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Under the moniker Anomaly. So
I love it. So not many people know it's you.
Yeah, so it's pretty. I've done a lot of hip hop as well. So in that Minneapolis hip hop scene back in the day. But I think, yeah, the late 90s and then started using some more sophisticated programming like Ableton Live. I think my band Keston and Westall was, we had a sponsorship from them for a while. So that was fun.
That's amazing, my friend.
To try out new software.
That's awesome. Well, Nils, I'm also curious to know, obviously these past 18 months have been tough for all artists, all humans. How are you able to kind of keep your creative juices flowing over these past 18 months?
I haven't been playing much even in the past years anyway. But I do love to just keep an open mind, and just sometimes I'll go into the studio and just hit a note and see where it takes me. Sounds really corny. But I've also been learning all these Bach pieces because I had time to do it, right? So on the bass, and I've been working on a record for maybe 2 years now, and I'm not getting very far with just memorizing all the notes, but it's been great, especially playing the cello parts on fretless bass that can also sing.
I also love the fact, Nils, that ever since it seems like you were a kid, you've always had this fascination with.
I am still a kid, even though I'm almost 50.
Nils, me and you both, baby. Listen, but this childlike sense of wonder hasn't left you. I can just imagine you're almost fusing and creating your own musical language, going back to the classical. And the fact is, the audience, I want to let them know, for more on Nils, you can read more about him right below this video, but also check out his YouTube. You can check out some of his Bach at work. You with Bach, the Bach-Nils fusion.
Modern electric Bach, I don't know.
There it is, the album. We have the album title, folks. But listen, I'm curious, what are you excited about for the years to come, or the year to come? Is it slowly but surely putting up maybe the finishing touches on this album?
Yeah, it's that. And, I've been working again with my good friend, John Keston, who was the other part of Keston and Westall. You can also Google Keston and Westall. So we've put out several albums in the 2000s, and did some touring, and did the Miami Winter Music Festival every year, and all that. So we're just we haven't really worked together in a long time. So we just started recently, and it's been interesting. We're coming at it with all different musical aspects. So I'm excited for that. So that's kind of a big project that we're just starting.
That's amazing, my friend. Well, listen, Nils, I'm so grateful you're coming on board this amazing new social media app for artists of all disciplines. I'm also really grateful for your time and that we're connected now, Nils. Yeah, I'm glad that I was, looped into this so easily. And the fact that the app looks, the usability is really, it's there, it's pretty easy to use. I haven't really delved into it a whole lot, but it's also beautiful. It's a good looking app, and that helps. I mean, you look at a good looking record and you want to buy it, right? So exactly, my friend. These CEOs and the team that they have are the best in the biz, and just being able to be a very small part of it has been truly an honor. And also just to get to meet artists like yourself and get to know a little bit more about their narrative and their why statements. And it's really incredible, as you are, Nils. Oh, geez. Back at you. Thank you.